Hello everyone and welcome to this amazing field setup video somewhere in Ogun State. In this particular project, I am just going to be taking you real quick into the uniqueness of this particular field that we are working on, basically showing you around and then showing you what we are up to for this particular field project. So stay glued. What is quite unique about this field is how flat the surface area is. So it really pretty easy for we to easily navigate through, so we wouldn't be having major obstructions. There is really not going to be major obstructions like you would in some field locations, but here is really going to be pretty easy because of the flat surface we have on this particular field. We would begin with the field map out, and after map out we begin to dig. After digging, we will treat suckers. In fact, the treatment of the sucker is currently ongoing, so as to give the sucker enough time to properly air dry before we introduce them to the hole. So guys, do not snooze as we are gonna be diving in. One more thing about the soil, let me show you this particular soil. One good thing about this soil is how soft it is. It's not like the other type of soil. So this is a sandy loamy soil, okay, as you can see, and these are earthworm cast. What does this tell you? It literally shows you that there's a whole lot of activities of microorganisms, which is a good indicator of the high fertility of this very soil. You need a well-drained soil to support the growth of your plantains, and this very soil I am seeing right here is really going to support the proper growth of these plantains. Look at what we have here. Just look at the presence of earthworm cast. This is a good indication that there is really high fertility on this particular soil. Again, what this tells you is that there's a whole lot of activity of macroorganisms, which includes your earthworm and then some very beneficial macroorganisms such as millipede and all that. So they burrow into the soil, creating pore spaces that then allow for easy penetration of air, for circulation of also water aside the air and what have you. It also definitely means that there will be fast decomposition or degradation of any organic matter on this very land, and it simply means that nutrients will be easily available to the plant because of the high rate of decomposition or breaking down of any organic material. And again, it simply shows you that this field has not been so introduced to inorganic fertilizer, and these are very good signs of a very good soil and also high soil fertility. So guys, let's jump into this project and get it done. Peace and love. We started with trimming down of grasses that would pose a bit of obstruction during the mapping out phase. We're going to be needing a lot of pegs, and we had to begin to cut down some tree branches to be able to get enough pegs from them, and that is what we are doing right now. The use of pegs are very key part of our field mapping out operation because we make use of these pegs to outline the field. So we are currently cutting out pegs that we will be making use of during the field mapping operation. Sanu, I get that one. Because this is a very quick project we are carrying out, every other operation has to be carried out simultaneously. While the pegs are being cut, this guy has been selected to mix and apply the herbicide to the field. This is a contact herbicide. This outlining operation is very key, and this operation usually comes up after the field has been marked and also pegged. So this operation is just basically the use of our twines to then determine the point at which the diggings are going to be done. So usually the point of digging is usually 2 meters from one point to another. This very operation ensures that we get a very well outlined field. So in this operation, you must always ensure that the twines are very, very straight. They are not bent, they are very, very straight, because at the end of the day, the twines will then determine if the field is going to be very straight or is going to be bent. And you have to ensure they are well straight so you have that well-defined field. Very straight. After the outlining of the field, this is what you should get: a well-defined field layout. After now, digging will commence. So, in digging, you must ensure you have a very good depth. You should aim at having nothing less than 30 centimeters depth when you dig your holes. That would ensure a good stability for your plantain suckers as they begin to emerge. The next operation is the treatment of suckers. Suckers are treated against fungi and insect infestation before planting because it ensures the protection from early infestation and pest attacks. It also helps to improve the survival rate of these suckers, and also it promotes uniform and vigorous field establishment. So what then do we treat the suckers with? We treat the suckers with a combination of a fungicide and insecticide, which we mix together in the same water, okay, giving us the solution of the treatment that the suckers are dipped into. The suckers are to be dipped into the solution for a period of about 2 to 5 minutes. After the dipping of the suckers for about 2 to 5 minutes, you are to allow the suckers to air dry before you begin to plant. Again, whether the suckers are infested or they are not infested, make sure you are treating the suckers before you plant them. It helps them because even where you are going to be transplanting the suckers into, you cannot guarantee how disease-free the place you are transplanting your suckers into is. So it's always best for you to treat always. The distribution of the suckers into the already dug holes has commenced. This is the operation where the suckers are precisely put into the holes that have already been dug. A certain set of people begin to do this, while another set of team is responsible for the planting. This is done in order not to miss out on any hole that was dug. Okay, so this operation is very critical. Therefore, we'll have to ensure that every hole is supplied with suckers so that all the holes are well planted, because at the end of the day, we want to get the right plant population. And how we can get the right plant population is by ensuring that no hole is left without being planted. Also, the planting method we use is a total berry method. For some of you who might be wondering that why are the sucker stems not visible, it's a total berry method where the combs are completely emerged into the dug holes and the soils are properly well covered. So it has nothing to do with its emergence. It's going to emerge when due. As it was an intense one and we just rounded off. Okay, we started this project probably around 9:10 and we have rounded off already. It's just some minutes past 6 o'clock, and that's why so much emphasize on having the right set of guys. So the guys we work with on this field location are super active, and I tell you, these are the guys you really want to work with all the time. They give in their all and they were willing to really get this project done, and we made it happen together. Peace and love. So we are going to be moving on to the next project, which is really going to be quite massive, because we are going to be working on over 100 acres of commercial plantain field setup. So from here we will be heading down to Ekiti. Don't blink an eye. Peace and love, guys. If you haven't punched on the subscribe button just yet, all you need to do real quick is to punch on that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and do well to like this video. Peace and love.